These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Frank 26. Firefly, this was a big sting operation. They set it up. A major lead government official was arrested for taking bribes. They're showing this to us on the news. They're saying there's a major crackdown on corruption. More arrests are coming as Iraq will eventually cut the head of the snake. Pimpy says the federal court, of course, once again kicked the can down the road. They're not going to make a decision on this particular situation, dissolving parliament. Nader from the Mideast, his friend's corruption video follow-up. The problem is you only saw one video. One got arrested, but it's like 5 or 6 of them got arrested in the same day, and that's a really good thing. They want to give an example. They want to, and that's what they want to do. That's why they're arresting people like that. This is what's going to happen if you continue to steal. If you go to government office, it's a lot of them like that. You have to give me my money for me to let stuff go through. Militiaman. The judiciary are only now to make recommendations in regard to dissolution, not decisions like they said in the first place. Hence why the likelihood the UN steps in. There are no coincidences in my opinion. Just as the final payment to the UNCC was exposed today. There is definitely things afoot in my opinion. Mark Z via PDK coming out today. Officially, Iran is offering the Iraqi dinar in its local banks, unquote. Mark Z says the Iraqi dinar is a quote-unquote preferred currency in the region. This is huge news. I hope you can grasp how huge this news is. Traditionally, the Iraqi dinar has been an unstable currency. Question, why would you want to use that currency in your local markets unless it was going to become a reserve status? Mark Z says, in other words, it's out there along with the US dollar. This is a huge piece of news. They're officially using it and offering it through their central banks in Iran. This, to me, is a clear indication the Iraqi dinar is about to become a regional powerhouse and a banking anchor in the Middle East. Sampson, article quote, the federal court rejects the lawsuit to dissolve parliament, and this is the text of its decision. Quote, the jurisdiction of the federal Supreme Court is limited by Article 93 of the Constitution, Article 4 of the Supreme Court law, and does not include the dissolution of parliament, unquote. Walking Stick via Frank 26, Iraqi bank gentleman in U.S. banks update. Wire transfers and money exchange is the goal of the CBI satellite banks being set up around the world, and the third goal is to collect as many 3 zeros as possible because these 3 zeros will not go back to the U.S. Treasury but go back to the CBI to be destroyed. That's why these satellite banks are so important. Sandy Ingram, all central banks exist for the purpose of creating and maintaining stability. Central banks around the world are stability banks whose job is to keep the economy stable. Thus, when Iraqi central bank has something to say, we listen. Right now, they are saying transparency is their new MO or mode of operation. Mark Z via PDK, Nader posted another big win for Iraq today. Another politician, bankers getting arrested. This is going on all over Iraq right now, which to me is a clear sign they are preparing for the RV. Caparoni, the efforts of the Central Bank of Iraq as of late is to stabilize the banking system, get citizens to deposit their currency in the banks, and provide banking tools. Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground TV report, Firefly. We have the CBI on television promoting their new project, saying they're making more efforts to be more transparent with other central banks around the international world. Saying the CBI government wants the world banks to know Iraq is stable and can be trusted and will be transparent. Frank, the CBI is saying we can be trusted now. We're stable. No one is stealing from us. They won't steal your money. Come on in. Pimpy, question whatever happened to the investigation into Maliki? How come we haven't heard anything about it? Well, lo and behold, what's in the news? Article, quote, new details about the judicial investigation of the leaks of al-Maliki, unquote. Maliki, if it wasn't for his buddy being a leader of the Supreme Court, man would have been in jail by now. The article goes on to say this investigation is still open and has not been shut. All necessary steps are being taken to assure that the right thing is done. Mark Z via PDK, as I shared last night, I had a whole lot of folks in Tier 3 reach out to me telling me they just signed NDAs, so I think we are very close. On the banking side, it's still pretty quiet. Question, why do they have to sign a new NDA? Answer, most likely because we are close, or they know the actual timing, or they have been given information on the rate. That's what makes sense to me. And I believe it's a pretty positive thing and a huge piece of news for us. Nader from the Mideast, another corrupt official arrest video. There is another one. I told you, it's a lot of people that are going to get arrested, a lot of people getting arrested already. My friend is the one sending me these videos. He works with the forces, he's involved and arrests these people. When I said a lot of people are going to get arrested, it's a lot. It's at least hundreds and hundreds of them. Bruce via Wiser Now. This is going to be a real week, I believe, for us, you guys. Let's stay focused, stay grounded, be ready for just about anything. All right. Mountain Goat, lastly, says the federal court will announce its decision on Thursday, September 8th, whether they can dissolve Parliament outside of the specific condition as stated in the Constitution to decide if it's legal to do so outside of the specific conditions set in the Constitution.